Good evening everyone. I find myself in the confines of my garage again, 11 o'clock, and it's pretty cold today, so hence the big jacket. I'm stepping in for Marco, who's delayed his second video for a day or two as he was sampling some different stouts over the Thanksgiving weekend in America and came across one that didn't agree with his insides. Slightly mangled him about for a few days, but that's what you get if you drink rough old 12% stouts where the head on it looks like nicotine, the nicotined lungs of a 60-a-day smoker. But there we are. So he asked if I'd do another one. Well, we've got so many stouts, how could I say no? So hope you get better, Marco. I'd like to see one before the end of the week, and stay away from that muck. I'm hoping that he might spread some light on that, but I dare say that'll be in a full episode of the DrayMen's, because that's where we speak our mind a little bit more about things. But anyway, back to today. I'm reviewing a more popular stout around these parts, especially in Britain and the southwest. From the Bristol Beer Factory, we've got a Milk Stout, and this one is a multi-award winner. So it has been a champion of all sorts. So it's a Milk Stout, as I said, from Bristol. So let's get it open. Here we go. It's a little emblem there of the beer factory in Bristol, and here's the pour. Had this one in my fridge for probably a month now. Try and get a little bit ahead on that. Just hear that little fizz there. Head is fizzing. Right, a little bit left in the bottle. There we are. So we've got a slight head on that. I've got that. It's not overpowering, but it's a unmistakable stout smell. Chocolatey and sweet. So as a milk stout, it tends to be a little bit sweeter, more full-bodied. So here we are. Best of health. Oh, it's a proper stout. Not overpowering. It's a 4.5. I can see why it's won some awards. It's very drinkable. Let's get some more down before I really judge it. Creamy finish, but not thick in nature like some stouts. I must admit I do prefer the thicker ones, but this is a nice tasting one. Oh yeah, I'm getting the coffee aftertaste in the back of my throat there. Well, let's get on to a bit of history about the beer itself and the Bristol Beer Factory. They were set up in 2004, as I've said, in the heart of Bristol. In fact, they took over one of the buildings in the old Ashton Gate Brewery, which was there for many years. Just as you sort of enter the city centre, just on the outskirts where the roads sort of convene in, there's a big building there, and they own the old fermenting block of that, which they reopened, seeing it as a nice place because the actual factory had been shut for nearly 70 years when the original brewery finished. They currently bottle about 1,000 bottles an hour. They're very big, obviously, all around Bristol. They've got 4 or 5 pubs, including the Barley Mow and the Grain Barge, which I've actually been in and ran past. If anyone's done the Bristol Half Marathon, they would have run past the grain barge and seen all the drunks cheering you on, which is always a bit of fun. They brew a lot of beers in their brewery. They've got a core range of ones that are always available. You've got Notorious, which is a pale ale, the Milk Stout, Fortitude, an amber ale, an Independence, an American pale ale, and then they've got a load of other ones. They've got a lot of keg beers. They've got the cask beer specials, including the Gambler, and there's on their website it's detailed, and each of the beers is detailed as you'd like to know, and they do a lot of different things, and they're really sort of embraced and proud to be part of the craft beer revolution that's going on, starting in America and heading all around the world, and getting a lot of different people, a lot of lager boys maybe, and a lot of ladies that enjoy a pint, maybe just trying something a little bit different. I always like a stout. It's my favourite. I think if in doubt, get a stout, and you can't go wrong really, unless it's that muck that Marco's just drunk, but I'm not sure that was 100% beer, so we'll let him go on about that in the future if he ever recovers. And the brewery do tours where you can book whole groups, you can go on your own, you can do beer tasting. They've got Bristol Beer Club, which is part of their setup, all the pubs that they own, as I've said. The brewery, one of the tours I looked at, it was £20 a head, a couple of hours the tour, and in that you get 3 pints included in the price of the Bristol Beer Factory's own brews, whichever ones you fancy, I presume, which I thought was bloody good. I think that was a really good, reasonable price. You can, as I say, rent it out if there was a stag do or someone's birthday. They do big group tours for a couple of £100. Well, to me that seems good value for money for something that looks impressive on their website. Web's easy to find, as everyone knows these days. It's just bristolbeerfactory.co.uk. If you can get this in America, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend any of their beers. I've drunk a couple of them before when I've been up in Bristol. I haven't been for a year or so to Bristol, but there was a period where I was going up there quite often. Lovely city, always a good vibe around the city, busy pubs, good live music, and not overly big, so everything's walkable if you had to, depending if you're at the top or the bottom of the hill. But where the River Avon winds in, you've got the SS Great Britain, which was Brunel's, and you've got Brunel's first bridge over the Avon, and that's where the grain barge pub is, on the banks of the River Avon as you drive in. Thoroughly good city to go out in. If anyone from America comes over and fancies heading in a good direction, I recommend Bristol, followed by Cardiff, all in a straight line from London, and you won't be disappointed. And if you can squeeze in a tour of this factory, I'm sure they'd be appreciative, and I'm sure that you'd have a wonderful day. So, going back to the actual beer itself, it has got a lovely taste to it. I can see why it's won some awards. It's very drinkable. I'm glad I picked this one. I know it's a more popular one around here, but I just wanted to highlight it in America. If anyone can order over there, their website you can order beers from, definitely for the UK. I'm sure that they would order abroad. It's something you'd have to take up with them yourselves, but I'm enjoying it. So my Dreg of the week is Marco himself, the old Texas Taff, the old Mickens, the Ref, the maestro, the squire, the illness, the germ, whatever you want to call him this week. He's taken one for the team and he's tackled a rough old beer over there, but maybe you shouldn't have drunk so much of it. Surely something inside was telling you that it was wrong halfway through. So Godspeed to you, good luck, hope you feel better, and let's get back drinking again. I'm looking forward to your review so I don't have to do it 11 o'clock in a freezing garage. But hope everyone likes my, oh there it is, that, my D for the DrayMen's. Chalk it up, it's amazing what you can find in your wife's art box. Just happened to be a D. Anyway, best of health everyone. I'll drink this and then I'll rate it. Touch more in the bottle. Let's go for the whole hog. I like to finish a beer when I review it, not just sip it. It's a fine drink. Fine. On a personal point of view, like I say, I do prefer the thicker stouts. So from a personal point of view, out of 10 I would give that a solid 8. Hope everyone out there has enjoyed this. We'll put the usual stuff on Instagram and whatever Marco finds over there, and there it is one more time. Milk Stout. Take care everyone, see you in a few days.